Have you ever fed a bird right out of your hand? This is a video of a bird I caught. Yes, caught on the side of the road. It happened to be a rare cold day in Florida, and we were out taking a walk when we found him on the side of the road. At first, I thought he would just fly away, and he tried to, but he was probably too cold, too hungry, and too exhausted to escape. I quickly but gently chased him and picked him up and carried him home. Men, we are not so different from the bird. It's in our nature to be wild and free, to enjoy flight, build elaborate nests, hunt for our food, and be beautiful and majestic to behold. Birds are the envy of other species. But birds don't want to be caught. It's not in their nature to fly into a cage. If you're a bird catcher and you have a bird that willingly flies in your cage, you might think it's sick or injured. Women are not so different from the bird catchers in this analogy. They want a powerful bird, a beautiful bird, a wild and free bird. It's in their nature to cage something that is free, to lock down her man, as it were, for her and her alone to enjoy. If a man goes too willingly into a bird cage, a woman will think that he is sick or injured, or perhaps he belongs to someone else who trained him to go in that cage. Growing up in the 90s, I had all sorts of propaganda programming about what it means to be a man. A lot of movies like What Women Want, American Beauty, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jerry Maguire. These movies encourage the protagonist to embrace their more feminine side. The problem arose because despite saying they wanted a more sensitive man, in actuality, real women want men who display masculine characteristics. Even my own mother, she gave me very similar advice about women. So the saying, "Don't ask a fish how to catch a fish," has echoed throughout my life because of my experiences leading up to this point. The combination of these experiences and propaganda I had got me thinking that the way to a woman's heart was through romance. I thought that buying flowers, opening doors, and sharing my feelings would be a way to win her affections.
Miss Bennett?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's tiny, but... Mom always says that sometimes when a girl says no, she means yes.
Well, I mean, no.
I'm ashamed to admit this, but I even wrote poetry for girls that I liked. Like the bird, we must be willing to fly away at a moment's notice. We must be free. The moment the girl that you're interested in thinks that you have no other options except for her, she suddenly thinks that you're an injured bird. If she doesn't have to work to win your affections, she's just not that into you. You should challenge her if she seems indifferent. If she treats you with disrespect, you should punish her by withdrawing your time and affections from her. Offering flowers and gifts to women should only be a reward for exhibiting the behaviors you want. If she puts effort into desiring you, treats you with respect, and gives you affection, then and only then should you reciprocate. Nothing will drive a woman away quicker than making her feel like you're too eager or needy. Imagine playing a video game where you're just invincible. There are no skills required, no risk of failure. You just walk right up to the end boss, push him aside, and pick up the treasure. That would be a pretty lame game, and you wouldn't want to play it. That is exactly what you do to a woman when you give her all of your affection up front. You make it so that there is no game to play. Now, you and I might think dating game is a bit silly. Why can't we just be upfront? Why can't we tell a woman that we love her on the first date? And why can't we write music and poetry and chase her? Because that takes all the fun out of it for her. There's no tension to release because it was never built up. It's just boring. Look, I didn't invent the game. I'm just explaining the mechanics of it. Okay, I know this sounds like a contradiction. So am I telling you that if you're truly smitten with a woman, not only should you have to make the first move, that shows initiative, but then you also have to act like you have many other options besides her? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that you should act like you have other options. I'm telling you you should have other options. Like any good negotiation, the best deals are made when you can walk away from the deal. Paradoxically, the more you want her, the more you're going to have to be willing to walk away. Or she will. Of course, these dynamics change somewhat once you have a girlfriend, fiance, or wife. But if you're just getting to know her, then be the free bird that she desires. Thanks for watching.